Hi guys, I'm Abby Hoskins and welcome to Girl Power. I am here with the Book Burrow girls today. We have Courtney and Krystal. I'm so excited to share a little bit about their story and then just talk with them. We are sponsored today by Cavell, Tees, June and Beyond, and Kim Breeden Shelter Insurance. So thank you guys for sponsoring. The show couldn't be possible without you. Hey girls, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
So for people meeting you guys the first time, can you introduce yourself and tell us what your life looks like right now?
You or me?
I am Krystal.
I lost my watch.
Krystal, Courtney. Our life looks similar. Like we both have kids, even though they're separate ages. We've both got littles a year apart, and bookstore, juggling 2 jobs.
Both been married a million years.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the yin and yang or whatever.
Definitely. Yeah.
We are. That's how we work so well. That's why we work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So growing up, what did your guys' lives look like? And what values were modeled to you?
Very different. My life was like Leave It to Beaver. I grew up in a very traditional, normal household. My parents are still married, grandparents still married. We still have Friday night dinner every Friday at my grandparents' house.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's true. We attend sometimes.
If you could pluck like a normal childhood out of the dictionary, it would be mine. Mm-hmm. So I ain't mad about it.
That's cool. And what about you?
Mine was probably a little different. My mom was divorced, and we moved a little, not a lot, but I started in Seymour and then Springfield and then came to Lebanon. So that was kind of culture shock from Springfield to here. I was like, everybody knows everybody. Right. And then, but I do feel like as far as our moms are very similar.
Very similar. They're just how they act and how they taught us and who they are as people.
Yeah.
They're the same. Our dads are kind of similar too,
yes.
which is weird.
It is. But we both had,
yes.
And at separate times.
Yeah.
But we both had curfews and.
I did have a curfew.
Yeah.
At 21.
I did not have a mom that was she doesn't care what I do. I didn't have that.
No, I had in my business.
She was like a airplane mom, maybe.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I wasn't they didn't have their thumb on me.
Right,
I definitely
same.
had rules, but
right.
My
not
mom
anything
just
crazy.
My mom just didn't know what I was doing because she was a single mom, so she had 3 jobs.
And it was before
a lot of free time. Yeah, it was the 90s.
My parents did know what I was doing, and they just kind of let me do some things, and I would be like, "Well, this happened," and they'd be like, "We know."
I made poor choices.
We know about that, and I'm like, "You do what?" And so
they always know. I think
parents always know.
Yes, your head thing is totally true. Once you're a parent,
yes.
So
100.
School age years, what did that look like for you guys?
Mine. I graduated in 2002.
I graduated in 2007. Similar.
I was gonna say very similar. I got a cell phone in high school.
I did too, but it was a Nextel.
Yeah,
walkie-talkie phone.
Mine was a Nokia. It was a chunky girl.
I probably had a different high school experience than you did. I loved high school. Mm-hmm. If I could go back and relive a year of high school, I totally would.
I think that's super
I had a
rare.
blast. Yeah. I know it is, but I really enjoyed high school. I was kind of friends with everybody. Mm-hmm. And I just, I was in band. I played sports. I don't know. I just I never really gave a crap what people thought. So I think that helped me. I just did what I'm the same person now that I was then. So
really,
I loved high school.
I did not love high school, but I feel like I was the same. I've been the same for a long time. I was definitely meaner then, but now I'm do they deserve my rage?
Yeah,
yes or no?
I'm probably the opposite. I was a little mean in high school, but I am meaner now. I am much meaner now.
You need to be, but I'm proud of you for thinking that through. Most of the time it's warranted, though. Most of the time the answer is yes.
Definitely.
They do deserve your meanness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't just walk around mean. I walk around with, RBF,
People
but I don't walk around mean.
But we don't walk around mean.
The RBF saves you from a lot of awkward conversations.
It really does.
People coming up to the store and telling you their life stories.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I have one of those faces that's it's approachable. People want to trauma dump.
We're not that unapproachable because we do get trauma dumped on, but it's fine.
That's fine. That's what the bookstore's there for.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Tell me your.
I feel like our faces are unapproachable a lot of the time, and then people are shocked when they actually sit down and like talk to us that we are the people that we are.
Yes,
because we wear kind of unintentionally. Like people will take a picture of my face when I'm just like, like, sitting.
Why am I so mad?
And I'm like, I swear I'm not mad. I look angry at the world.
Listen, I can remember in 6th grade, my teacher in the morning, like she was our homeroom teacher, whatever. She was always like, smile. And I was like,
no.
Why?
Right.
Like for what?
It is morning. There's no smiling.
No, yeah. So definitely same face forever.
Yeah.
This is a side note, but I read something online the other day. She was like, a man came up to me. I was working. He told me to smile. So I said, you first. And then he smiled and she was like, oh, good boy. And she didn't smile.
I love that.
Me
I
too.
would totally do
so
that.
that's like a mental tab.
Yeah, that is our vibe.
So going on into like, you've graduated now. What did those years look like after high school?
Also very different.
Also very different. Again, I just played by the rules. I literally lived at home till I married my husband.
What age were you when you got married?
Oh gosh, how old was I when I got married? 22.
I was going to say 22, I think.
We started dating when I was 16 though in high school. So
Oh, high school sweethearts.
yeah, I've been with him like over half my life. So did that and then, took the just traditional route, had kids like a year later. And pretty boring, actually. Pretty boring.
That's okay.
As soon as I graduated, I moved out and I got married at 18 and, that was a terrible 7 years, but, we met in hair school. So
yes,
she went at 18, like right after school. And I went much later at one of the times I'd moved back to Lebanon. And so we met in hair school and then I moved away some more, but then
we stayed in contact.
Yeah.
Now you guys didn't like each other at first though, right?
No, it's our faces apparently.
Yeah.
Even I don't want to approach that face and the same.
That's probably accurate. I was like, so she is. Actually, that's not true.
Courtney had no clue probably that I existed. And I was like, God, that girl is hateful.
That's true. I don't remember having an opinion. I just remember being like, probably like, she is like 23. Why is she here?
Yes, because most of them were like 18 and I was like one of the older ones at 23. So, right.
I mean, to my 18-year-old freshly graduated self, I was like, she's like,
she's married and has a child and she's old.
No, I was kind of oblivious. I just didn't, whatever. She did not like me.
I didn't. Yeah.
She is the mean one.
That's so funny.
Well,
actually, everybody.
I said I'm nicer now.
Now that, yeah.
But
then we realized we were both fuddy-duddies. Like, we just wanted to drink coffee.
Yeah, the girls there wanted to party
and drink.
And we were like, ugh.
That sounds terrible.
So it really does. It's not for us. So we would drink coffee and read Harry Potter and watch Charmed.
Harry Potter has started some lifelong friendships. That's pretty cool.
It
Definitely.
is. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We bonded over. That was probably the first
thing.
We were like, oh my God, you like Harry? Because I don't know that any of all the other girls were like, ew, reading, ew, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We were like, what?
Yeah, no.
There's a stereotype with it. Like, yeah, I can understand. But I love Harry Potter too. So I'm right there on the same wavelength with you guys.
Yeah.
And you actually go on trips every year, right? To Harry Potter World still?
Yes,
we do.
For sure. We're planning our this summer trip right now. I
think this will be, number 4?
Yeah.
And it's just you guys, right? You don't have kids. You don't take
no husbands, no children.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely our girls' time. Like we mom hard 24/7, and then we take like 3 or 4 days, and we go to Universal, and that's like we do have an age gap, like 5 years, but I still feel like she's like, 90s, early 2000s of the growing up. So it's like we nerd out over E.T. and
all the
Jurassic
80s
Park
stuff.
and all the stuff they
we're
have.
both 80s babies.
Yeah.
Both grew up in the early 90s. So even though
Thank
there's
God.
an
Thank
age
God for
gap.
that. I don't think we would have the same like bond if you were just a
definitely not.
little bit younger. Couldn't happen.
And then I don't think that growing up in today's world sounds terrible. Can you imagine being a teenager today
No.
with cell phones and everything else?
No, I can't imagine where I would be if I were a teenager now. Like the stuff I did when I was a teenager,
Literal
like
jail.
thank God there was no social media or cell phones or documented record of it at all. So.
Right. And all you'd have is like one of the film cameras, a picture from that time. It's blurry.
Yeah.
You can't really see it anyway.
Couldn't wait to get those developed to see like what you got.
actually got. Digital cameras were a thing like towards probably my senior-ish year. Everybody got, and your phones could take pictures at that point. So there began to be evidence. And Facebook, I got Facebook my senior year of high school. And just
Did you have MySpace? Did you do MySpace?
Yeah, I was of the MySpace era.
How old were you when you did MySpace?
Probably the years before that. I remember going with my friends to take pictures of ourselves just to put on our
I was going to say, I was probably like 18, 19.
That tracks because I was probably 15, 16 when I had MySpace.
And they had
like-
their top five. I think
yeah,
you need to
your
bring that
five
back.
friends.
And I mean, honestly, what is the difference between a 15 and like a 19-year-old mentally?
Literally nothing. Not
No.
things. Yeah, no.
So you guys have graduated hair school now. What did those years look like leading up to opening a salon together?
Well,
That
that's
was
a large
while.
gap.
Yeah.
So
I moved to
you
Kansas
moved.
City.
I don't know who knows what, but right after I got out of hair school, I went to work for Donna Green, which was on Commercial Street, which is her husband's mother-in-law.
Oh, how funny.
She
It's like all
was
connected.
married to someone else at the time I started working there. So she was gone for a long time.
I was gonna it was about 2-ish years because I was in Kansas City for almost a year and then moved to California for a year. But like we
kept in contact.
Yeah, phone calls. I think we were texting. Were we texting?
I don't know. We were like Facebook messaging. or like
Emails, Messenger.
commenting on each other's wall. Like
Yeah,
writing
we
on
stayed like for
we
sure.
stayed in contact.
Like
And
I
then
wanted her to fly to California and be like, watch this new moon.
yeah,
was it new moon?
it was Twilight premiere. And I was like,
okay.
I'm going to do it. No, because I was 19. Like,
I mean, I was dumb too because
no.
like
You were
who's
like,
doing
just
that?
fly out here. And I was like, okay. No, I never flew anywhere.
so stupid then.
That's funny.
Then you came back.
And then I came back, got a divorce,
yeah.
whatever.
Worked-
We were besties through all of that
all
still.
of that. Yeah. Worked at Smart Style for a while,
Oh, yeah.
which was terrible.
It's
And I finally convinced you to come work with me
yeah.
at Donna's. And
But also that's when like me and Ramsey were already like together.
she would like come to the salon while I was working.
Yeah.
And, like, hang out, and I'd do your hair, whatever.
Yeah.
And so
Donna was there, Ramsey
her
was
and Ramsey
there.
were kind of like dating at that point. And then you came and worked there. So
Yeah.
that began our working literally
Yeah.
every day of our life.
That was
together.
2012, I think. So we've been
Inseparable.
up each other's butts for sure since 2012.
Since 2012,
for sure.
Every day of our life. Like I see her every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
you see her more than you see your own husband.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
they get real irritated when they
yeah.
walk in the door and they're like, "Who are you on the phone with?"
Like, so you already know. Stop it.
I'm like, listen,
My husband's always like, "You've been with her all day. Like, what else do you have to talk about?" Like, it is
Everything.
endless. It's
Yeah.
endless. I
You
don't
guys
know.
are like soulmates in women form.
We are. We joke every day of our life about a lavender marriage. Like,
are we joking though?
I don't know. Where's the line between joke and
like,
serious?
I was under the impression
that it was legit.
that it was not a joke.
We've got like houses picked out.
Yeah.
Cats.
Our husbands both got sick, like with the man flu, and we were like, you better watch it.
Yeah,
like,
my husband was like, you guys are almost there. If we both kick the bucket from the
Yeah.
man flu.
I mean, why not?
I know.
Yeah.
Totally would.
living our best life.
I know.
So, sorry, you go
No,
ahead.
I was just, it's funny. Like when we took it to, I shouldn't say this. It's probably, we were in
say it,
Salem and it was us and then one of our friends, it was your ex-sister-in-law, but she had a room and then me and Krystal shared a room, but we were like reading in bed one night, both of us, and we were like, it's our marriage bed. We're like an old married couple reading
funny.
in bed.
Have you ever read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo?
We have not.
No.
Oh, that's you got to read that.
No,
I
everyone
have
tells
heard, I know, and we did start carrying that one in the bookstore because we had a lot of requests for that
the
one.
older
So,
one, so we didn't get it initially, but
Well, I won't ruin things for you then, but definitely read it and then report back and tell me if you like it.
we'll do.
it's pro womeny. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, it's one
kill
of my
her
favorite
husbands?
books.
Doesn't she?
don't want to give anything
never
away.
mind.
I'm trying to think. It's been a year or two. I need to like reread it just to refresh my mind. But it was like one of my only 5-star reviews.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a good book.
my. Okay.
Okay.
So
Add that to the list.
I'm moving on a little bit. How did you meet Ramsey?
Well, I went to school with Ramsey. And remember how I said I was mean? I didn't like him either.
He deserved
Did
it.
I like anyone, really?
me.
Like, I didn't even really like myself, to be honest. So
That's where your meanness came from. Chip on your shoulder.
did. So, yeah, I went to school. He was a year older than me, but I went to school with him. And he was like, he played sports, and I was a kind of a bad kid. So, I
His
don't know.
parents were like, stay away from that girl.
He didn't even know that girl existed. Like, I knew who his friend group was, but he was like, I don't even look over there. But then, yeah, how we ended up, I don't know. It was Donna and Courtney will fight over who got
was
us
me.
like together.
I don't know what Donna is thinking,
Yeah.
but it was me. I take full credit. I don't care what either of them
If you're
say.
listening, Donna.
Yeah, she probably
Yeah.
isn't, but
Courtney will take full credit until I'm like, I am going to kill him. And then she's like, that was all Donna.
that's true.
It's all Donna.
That's so funny. So you
I think it was a combo. Like just you coming into the
yeah.
shop, like, and seeing him, and Donna would be like, my sons are single. My sons are single.
It's true.
Like, Jesus Christ. But I knew Ramsey too. Like, just
Yeah,
from-
she was cutting Ramsey's hair.
Yes.
Like, she was
Gotcha.
so I would text
be
her and be
there.
like, so about Ramsey. And so she was the middleman that like, got us
played a little
together.
bit of matchmaker.
Yeah.
and it worked out.
It did.
And he's a really good girl dad.
He is.
is.
He goes to Taylor Swift concerts.
Oh
and
yeah,
all of
he
that.
does all the things that I'm like, I ain't doing that. However, I am kind of mad that I didn't go to the Taylor Swift concert, but we can only get 2 tickets, but he sat in that queue for like all day that day, and
He fought for that spot.
he
He's
did.
going.
He did, and they wore the matching shirts, and
Sang all the bridges.
yeah, oh yeah, like he is a Swiftie for sure.
That is so funny. I just thought he did it like, to be a girl dad.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
he's a true
he
Swiftie.
saw Taylor Swift before Allie ever saw Taylor Swift. Like he saw her in what has he said? Like maybe. I don't remember where he was, but him and Elliot saw her like open for a band like before she was like huge.
Yeah, so he was like a Swiftie before Swiftie was a thing. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
So what made you guys decide to open a salon together?
We didn't open it together.
No, yeah, she opened it. I just
Listen,
came.
Well, it took some major convincing though.
It did. I am afraid of change. I do
is.
not like
She-
change. That she is the pull, like, jump out of the plane. And I'm
Yeah.
like, let's double check this ripcord and this
Yeah.
parachute. And she's like, it'll probably be all right.
I am, which is sometimes great and sometimes terrible.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely like the risk taker. I just jump. And if I didn't have Krystal to be like, hold on,
She would have
probably would have made
splatted
some
on the ground.
bad decisions along the way. But I had been at that salon it was almost 10 years at that point, and
It was just time.
it was It was time. I'll just say that. It was, and so I was like, I'm just doing it. So I just bought a building.
She has never, like, she went, straight from high school to hair school to like being her own boss, basically. Because when you booth rent, that you just pay them money to work there. They don't tell you what to do.
They're a
Gotcha.
They're a landlord.
And so I feel like you've never got to like experience like being under like someone or retail even or whatever.
No,
And
I mean,
so-
I had jobs in high school, like I worked at Applebee's for a couple months during the summer, but I was very like involved in school stuff. So I didn't have a lot of time to like have a job during the school year.
Right.
And I was lucky. I had parents that were like, we'd rather you do school stuff than, be working right now.
And
so
I am the one that's like, I'll be in this sucky environment with a sucky boss because I hate change. So I'll just be here forever.
I am like, I am absolutely not doing this ever.
So
again.
she
That's
was
funny.
like,
I would have thought it would have been like different based
No.
on how you guys grew up and were raised. But that's really interesting.
yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I am like the black sheep of my family, though. I am the rebel where everyone else is like.
I will say I am also the black sheep
but I mean,
and kind
like,
of the rebel one. But
which tracks
I'm going to be
how you grew
afraid
up.
while I'm doing
Yes,
it.
I am the opposite. I have always like probably been overly confident to a flaw. It's a flaw,
Right.
And I'm like, everything will be fine. This will work out great. What is
Everything
the
is
problem?
figure outable.
Yeah, it'll be
Also,
fine.
she is the older sister and I am the younger sister in our home.
Sibling
So
dynamic. Yeah.
Gotcha. That is interesting.
But anyway, so I bought the building where we're at now, and I basically was like, I wanted her to come, and she was like, I was
scared. Listen, I had to tell my mother-in-law
That's
that I
true.
was leaving. So
That's true.
that created some
Yeah.
friction.
some yuckiness.
But
there,
I was like, I'm not staying here. I'll go by myself. And I just, and then they all followed and they were like, never mind, we're coming with you. And they did. So I opened it and it was mine, but they just booth rented just like they did.
Right.
So it's not like I was a boss. Like I've never been a boss either. But yeah, it was time.
So what year was that?
2017 was
Oh,
the year I bought the
okay.
building. And we opened in that year too, that 2017.
Right.
yeah, we've been on Commercial Street a hot minute.
Almost 10 years.
That's very cool.
I know.
So
I don't
you've
think
got to like
people
see
know
the
that.
regrowth too of it all.
Well, even before that, though, we were still
Yeah, I've
on
always been
Commercial.
on Commercial Street. Since I've done hair, I've been on Commercial Street. We were on the second block when we worked for Donna. And then we moved just to the first block. So, but yes, we have got to see it grow.
It's been pretty cool too.
It has. It has been cool to be a part of it basically for it's been almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
that we've been, which is kind of disgusting to say. How I am not that old. Jeez,
No, you're like 29,
gross.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I am 38 and she is
20.
Yeah,
Just one.
I'll take 38. It's fine. That's
Hey,
only
there was
chiseling off
one
a
of
few
our
years.
Right.
newer customers, but he comes in all the time. He did tell me I look 20 the other day.
You do. You look young.
He told me 30, which I was still happy with.
Yeah,
'cause
I
was
would.
like,
I would take 30. I love when people are like, "Are you 30?" I'm like,
yes, yes, I
know.
am.
So yeah, but yes, we've seen the regrowth, and the salon. I mean, it's weird. You don't need to. A location is important, but by the time
Right.
we were here, we had our clientele built up, and we weren't like really looking for new clients. But so it didn't. The move and things didn't really change our situation, but. So
That's impressive too that you jumped just right into it and you were able to build up a clientele fast. Because how many people go to school and then do it for a couple years and they're like, "Oh, this sucks."
yeah, a
You
lot.
definitely have an advantage being in a small town for stuff like
You
that.
do. Not to toot my own horn, but my hair career really took off probably around 2015. And that was part of what prompted me to get my own place. But I blew up on social media. And then, people in Lebanon were like, oh, and I was doing the vivid hair color is what like kind of got me noticed. But
Right.
I was working for color companies and traveling for color companies, and I don't know. So it was hard at first, but then after that, it was like pretty easy to
Right. Similar to real
social
estate, I
media.
imagine. After you
Yes,
build up
like
your clientele, it's
once you get a following, people want to come to you. But
So what sparked the bookstore idea?
well, geez.
Going back to, we're Harry Potter fans, and then we were Twilight fans, and like we've just been book people for a really long
always
time.
been readers.
Yeah.
I think reading, which I'm not. Reading is very trendy right now, and I love it. I love that everyone's reading. I think it's so important, especially with the literacy rates the way they are.
Oh, absolutely.
But we have always read our whole adult life. We've always read, so we've always kind of had. It was kind of just that dream floated. Like, wouldn't it be amazing to have a bookstore?
We were like, our dream we just want to sell books, or we just want to sit in a bookstore, like a cozy bookstore, read all day and just hang out, drink our coffee. We weren't really being serious at first.
No.
Like I didn't think that could ever happen.
I never thought it would. It was just an idea. Just one of the, like if you could pick your perfect, just cozy career, what would it be?
But then you couple that with like the burnout for hairstylists is real.
It is real.
Like speaking of trauma dump, like, oh my God. And then being in a small town, like I would have to like book people's appointments. Like, okay, these people don't get along. They can't be on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then you just get everybody's story. And it's like, I've already heard this story from this person, but I have to have my poker face on and pretend like I didn't hear this already. And I got their side and their side. And
it is emotionally exhausting.
It is. And then on top of them like unloading on you, you've got your own crap going on, but then you also have the pressure of whatever they want done to their hair.
Yeah. And I think for me, especially, I kind of screwed myself because people had like this expectation. And some days I just couldn't do it. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, you're really not what I thought you were. And I was like, you're friggin' right. Like I'm tired
just
today.
a normal person.
Yeah. So yeah, the burnout is real. And I don't know, something happened after COVID. Like you had Greer. I got pregnant with Crosby. COVID hit. We had to shut the salon down. Also, I lost every ounce of my social media that I had built, like Facebook, Instagram, gone.
Yeah.
And I never could build it back up. And that I was just like, you know what?
That's discouraging.
It was. So I don't know. After that and COVID, I was just kind of over the hair thing. I really was.
And I did the hair all through, Allie growing up, and like I missed a little bit of stuff at school before I was like booth renting and working for myself. There was stuff I missed. And then when I had Greer and, I actually had a husband I could depend on, I was like, I don't want to go back like full time. Like I do not want to be there. We would book like just back-to-back appointments for days. Like you don't pee, you don't eat, you don't drink water. Like you literally live on coffee. Until the end of the day.
Yeah, there was a point after I had Crosby that I actually which this is one of my manic episodes where everyone had to be like, stop being an idiot. I was like, I'm done. I'm selling the building. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
I want to sit at home.
We went through that cycle a few times.
Yeah,
that was scary because I'm like, I won't have a job.
Yeah, and I did I was like, I'm gonna screw everybody over if I do that. But also I was so done and irritated with it that I was like, I don't care anymore. I just want to
have to do what's best for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And Cole was like, you need to chill. And
Me and Cole.
Yeah, Cole and Krystal were like, are you okay? And I was like, no, that's why I want to sell this freaking building and not do hair. I hate it. I hate everything about it right now. I think I was just having a little postpartum moment though. So
still, very normal feeling.
So I didn't.
COVID times,
it was terrible. Yeah, it was such a hard. It did. It was hard. I don't know.
Crosby was not an easy baby.
Crosby was a terrible baby. She didn't sleep for 2 years. I thought I was losing my mind slowly, one sleepless night at a time. And I think that was partly what fueled it. And so then I would go into work like sleepless. I've been up with a crying baby all night. I was breastfeeding, so like that's
hard.
taxing. I had a husband who was like not the best at being consoling, and he'd be like, "What do you want me to do?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." And then people would trauma dump on me, and I would be like, "I really don't care about anything going on in your life. I'm sorry."
I have to pretend like I do.
I do. And then I would go home and I would be terrible to my family. Like I was miserable.
Mentally exhausted.
And so I finally was just like, you know what? I'm doing like 2 days a week. That's it.
Yeah. And that's
kind of what we both did.
I went down to 3 days, I think.
I think I actually went down to 3 too.
Then we had our girls trips and she had gone to Salem, and the year before her and I went to Salem, and I was like jealous. I'm like, oh my God, I want to go there. And then we realized you could fly Spirit for like $63.
Really? Round trip.
Non-stop.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Like it was wild.
Yeah.
You can't
out of
anymore.
Kansas City.
But
Well, they might drop it at one. That was, we've not seen it that low
looked.
since. That was like just kismet that it was.
Yeah, that's
fate.
cheap.
Yeah.
It was wild. But that's what, then Tiff went with us. We got an Airbnb in Gloucester, and just the area and the vibe. And it was October. Like, we love Christmas, but we are like, we're
is
fall
our
Halloween people.
season.
Right.
And so it was October. We were reading the, cozy
Pumpkin Spice
books, and
Cafe.
we hit like all the little bookstores, and stuff there is tiny.
Oh yeah.
Like places are small. Like
Because the buildings, they're older.
Yeah, they're old.
And,
And all those little towns, though, individually are just small, old, little New England towns. So nothing is.
And like Salem, it is like there's a line outside of every door because they only let so many people in.
Because the shops are so small.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
And the bookstores, I was like, we have room for this. Like, we have room to be a salon and be a bookstore, which Courtney's like, I'm ready to do the bookstore.
Well, when we came back, I was like, let's do it. And she was like, ha ha ha. Okay.
I was like, we cannot quit hair.
I started a Pinterest board.
Yeah.
It's serious when I start a Pinterest board.
And we still have the Pinterest board.
We do.
And we add to it all the time because it started as like a dream bookstore, but now it's like our real bookstore page that we add stuff to that we need or don't want to forget.
You can actually go back to our podcast episode and watch us like have the like, I want a bookstore, Krystal being like, what? You're insane right now.
Well, I was like,
And now look at it.
we've got to do both. And she's like, no deal. And
Yeah,
I
I
was
did do
like,
that.
oh my
All or
God.
nothing?
Yeah. That is
it
me.
wasn't until I was like, listen, if you want to have your cake and eat it too, which we all do. I love
Actually, I
cake.
didn't.
Right.
I wanted to kick the salon to the
But
back.
I was like, it won't be a salon. Like, no one will know it's a salon.
it'll
The
be a
street
bookstore
will
from the
think
front.
It's a
Right.
bookstore. And she was like, maybe. And then I'm telling you, we went to Salem in October. The bookstore was open in January.
That is awesome.
I feel like we could probably run the world if we did it together.
Definitely.
We just get stuff done.
Yeah, we
Once there's an idea,
Gas
like,
pedal.
yeah, there is no stopping us.
I'm going to be so honest. When I heard a bookstore was opening, my mind immediately went to the one that was like on North 5, the blue carpet. And you guys have done incredible and killed it. I was super skeptical.
Thank you.
There was a lot of people that were skeptical.
I can't tell you how many people.
We had a whole PowerPoint presentation with our husbands to try to convince them because
Oh yeah,
they were like,
both. This is a terrible idea. You're never going to make any money. Who buys books? Who reads
Ramsey
books?
was the one that's like, you need to do something else besides the bookstore
Yeah, like,
because
have a bar
how many
in
people
there.
really go to the bookstore. And we were like, and then her husband's the money one. He's like, do you know how many books you'd have to sell in your first year to make
He's
your
like,
money
Look
back?
at these profit margins, and I'm
And
like,
we
I don't
were-
give
yeah.
a shit about profit.
We were like-
sorry, beep. There's
were like,
crap about profit
We're
margins.
not quitting our real jobs. And we don't care if it makes money. Like, we really didn't.
We didn't. That was the like.
We were
whole
like,
thing.
this is our hobby.
Yeah,
And he's like,
our
that's an
hobby job.
expensive hobby. But then
Have
he
you
has a whole
shown them
man
the
cave.
numbers now? Like, look what we did.
They,
I can't tell you.
yeah, no. Day one,
yeah.
they were like,
Listen, day one, it was body to body all day. we sold about $10,000 on day one.
That is incredible.
We didn't even have any
honestly
books.
didn't have enough books after day 1 and 2 to like
Stay open.
We
We
didn't
did.
really know what to expect though.
No,
So how much
we
did you buy?
didn't. I mean, I knew there was people who read in Lebanon because we interacted with it. Like our salon had become because the podcast, we started the podcast off with a book review so we had already kind of gained this following of readers.
that people are like, what are you reading? Or what should I read?
And
Have
they
you
would come
read
in the
this?
bookstore and they would be like, we would talk about books. That was happening long before we had a bookstore or even had plans to really open one. So we knew it would hit some people and come in, but I don't think we had any idea the success.
People drive to come here. It's not just people from Lebanon.
They
and
do.
It makes us so happy.
I know. We actually said we need to get like a pin board because we have people drive from
like other states.
Yes, we had a guy just a couple weeks ago and we had an author in and he drove from Iowa.
That is crazy. Yeah. That is so cool.
Said he spent 5 hours and I'm like, which he came to see Steve.
Right.
But I'm like, out of all the bookstores Steve goes to, like,
because
we
like,
do.
he doesn't really do that either. Like he does a lot. The author we had last weekend, he does a lot of online sales and he does big like
conventions.
Yeah.
Like Comic-Con-y
yeah.
stuff. We
And
had
that's
no
where
idea.
he sells the majority of his books. Like he just came just for like fun.
And it was busy because I
It
stopped in.
was.
It
He
was
did
super
good.
busy.
I mean, we think he did good. Like I'm sure it's nothing compared to what he does at like a big event, but for us, and it was good.
And you're vibing there. So is that what Salem's like? Did you bring like Salem to Lebanon or is that just your
Yes.
personalities?
Both. Our personality is Salem.
Yeah, I think we were going for like Harry Potter-ish
Yeah,
vibe.
like dark academia.
Yeah.
Like that's where we got the name from. Was the Burrow.
Yeah, the Burrow from Harry Potter.
Right.
It is Salem-y. Like people walk in and without knowing the backstory are like, it feels like Salem in here, which is where all the like
the witch.
comments and rumors started. But yeah, we just wanted like cozy, dark.
Didn't want a sterile, white, boring.
We did not
bookstore.
want Barnes and Noble.
No.
Yes, that's what I was envisioning too
Yeah.
when you said bookstore. And I think that's why you're so successful is because it's not just a stairwell.
Yeah, we
It's
wanted a
not-
vibe.
We did. We wanted a different,
We wanted a bookstore that like we would want to walk into.
Yes.
And we are bookstore
And I will
people.
say the few bookstores we went to in New England did not look like ours. The bookstores were more like what you're talking about.
But I feel like they're probably renting that space.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
probably can't.
They probably can't. No.
And they just they're small. They're like some of them were half the size of what we've got.
Yeah. They're
And
small.
a ton of books. So I'm like, we can do this. We've got it.
So are you guys still doing hair back there now or have you completely shifted?
We've whittled it. We've whittled it and whittled it and whittled it.
Yeah, we keep just slowly tiptoeing.
Yeah, like we don't do Saturdays.
No, every day that we do hair, we're like, we're never doing this again.
Yeah, I've pretty much gone down to one day. You've stopped like evening appointments for the most part.
I would like to never do it again. I think I'm still a little, which is unlike me, but at this point, I'm scared to just totally pull the trigger.
It is scary to let that go because like we've had we've been doing hair since 2008.
It's weird to think.
It's literally all you've known. Yeah.
Pretty much for a long time.
Yeah. So,
You've probably had this question before. So do you guys do each other's hair?
yes.
We're not doing our own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. And then you've got your daughter in the back, right? And she does like eyebrows. And
She's an esthetician. So yeah, she does like all the, skin, face, massaging, like facials, all that. She likes brows and lashes. And
what's one challenge that you guys have overcome that have really stretched you or taught you something important?
what you got?
Together or separately?
Either. Or both.
Life is challenging.
I was going to say, I don't know if there's one like defining moment, probably getting through child number 2 and postpartum.
I was going to say, and mine was probably like going through a divorce with a narcissistic psychopath that threatened me. And
who's now in
then,
prison?
Then getting...
He's in prison or he's going?
Oh, no, he's in.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
For life. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. You can look it up on CaseNet.
Different story for a different time.
But like, that was hard. Like I have a backbone, but then for like when it came to anything with him, I didn't. Like I just folded and was like at the point of like putting my child at risk, sending her just to not have him threaten me. And so having to like go through court stuff with that to finally just get rid of him was a huge hurdle for me, big challenge. And I think once I did it, I was like, I can do this. I can do what can I do now? Like
open a bookstore.
Yeah, that was a big one for me.
Mm-hmm. Thank goodness you got out when you did too.
Yes, for sure.
And then going to postpartum, I don't think anyone prepares you or warns you about colicky babies and how much that impacts your mental health and every aspect of your life. So.
I've had terrible birth experiences both times. Carter was 2 months early, spent time in the NICU, but he was a good baby. Like when he came home, like it was hard because he was so tiny, but he didn't really
like he slept normal
and he didn't cry. He was a very happy baby.
Crosby.
I brought Crosby home. I've never, like, people would comment and be like, she's just so unhappy all the time. And I'd be like, yeah, I know.
You think
it's 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what was postpartum, what was sleep deprivation, what was just mental exhaustion from dealing with. Mm-hmm. I love her, but holy cow, she was hard. And
I can relate too. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, after that.
Of like preeclampsia.
I had terrible preeclampsia with Crosby. It was just terrible all around. So coming home,
and like we're super pro breastfeeding, like, and we didn't just breastfeed our second for like, 6 months or the year. Like I went 22 or 23 months and
I went like 26.
That's hard because your body's
awesome
not really your own.
And terrible. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
No one tells you how hard that is. I understand fully the women that are like, I can't do it.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
Hard.
It is hard. It is so hard. And I'm convinced now part of the reason she didn't sleep was she wanted that all night long.
Right.
And so she was at 2 years old. She was waking up at least twice a night and that's what she wanted. And finally I was like, I have to be done. I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. And I did. I just left. I did. Me and Cole went on a trip with a couple of our other friends for like a long weekend and she stayed with my mom. And when I got back, we were done.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
That's the way to do it. Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Cold
turkey. Just bye. Deal with it yourself. Sorry, Mom.
How was that weekend with your mom?
Grandma.
Was she okay?
She said, I think she was fine. Like it's been years at this point since that happened, but she said she was fine, which she was too. Like she was eating and drinking out of a sippy cup.
Yeah,
she didn't need that.
It like
I had become like her human pacifier.
She didn't really take a pacifier.
No, she didn't. She
it
took
was
a boob.
you.
So it was terrible.
Yeah, no,
it was
my kid took a pacifier.
So
I'm like,
yeah, no, neither of mine took a pacifier, but so yeah, after that, I feel like I kind of like found myself again. Mm-hmm. After we stopped breastfeeding, she started sleeping and we knew we were done having babies. Like that point in that part of my life was over. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like
to be Courtney again.
Yes. And I don't think anybody prepares you for like, you do lose yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like in motherhood a little bit. And I feel like our parents are from the generation that you just don't talk about anything.
Right.
Like you just trudge on. Mm-hmm. And so then I feel like ours, we're like this is friggin' hard and nobody told me. Like, we're not okay. I'm not okay. No one in my house is okay right now because I'm yelling at everyone. Mm-hmm. And like our parents' generation was just like, well, It's just how it.
I think our generation
is.
is healing. We've still got things that we need to work on, of course, but we're not hiding all of our feelings in the closet.
We are and that's what I'm like, I have been that way my whole life. And so I love that it is like, you know, the thing now. Like we're pro, go to therapy, go to therapy, get some therapy, talk
But also
to someone.
talk about stuff in general.
Yeah, like
I have a son, you have girls. So you're, you know, living in your girl world, but I'm like, I have a son. So I'm like, trying my hardest not to let him grow up and be an a-hole, you know? And
Right.
like he knows about breastfeeding. He knows about periods. Like it's not something we hide in our house where I think our generation or our parents' generation, like I grew up, those were still things you were like, you know,
Super
talk about those.
Yeah.
it's not appropriate. And I'm like,
It's like the girl ice skaters that were like, well, I was on my period, so that was really hard. And I'm like, yes, like it is hard. Like
I know.
you don't think about that kind of stuff, but like it is true.
It is.
And like, why
It
are
is.
we not talking about
Why
it?
are we not talking
It is
about
normal.
it?
If
It
we
is
have to go
normal.
through it, you have to hear about it.
We have lots of conversations about how sucky periods are.
Yeah.
Even just 10 years ago, I don't really remember people talking about it much.
Yeah. No.
But it's important. And
I know.
I do think COVID was like a turning point too, though, where people missed having connections and relatability. We all felt like we were on our own little island. So I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, agreed.
Definitely. COVID was that
was
was
a
all
weird
wrapped
time.
up in the like pivotal moments of my life was COVID was happening. So
Yeah.
it was definitely
There's
like,
the
probably
before COVID time and the after COVID time.
like
Feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah.
it does, thank God, because I never want to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I'm going to end with a question I always like to ask. What's one piece of advice you guys would give to girls younger than you?
don't listen to the men.
One Piece.
Don't listen to the
like
men.
be yourself.
She says she's in a committed relationship and has been.
Yeah, but we don't listen.
I didn't listen to him from day one. Just ask him.
Look at us.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I'm not kidding. I do feel like my whole life I have been told like
You should
probably
be like
not a
this.
good idea. You shouldn't. I would do this instead. And I have been like, I'm not going to do any of that.
Right.
I've just done what I wanted.
Yeah.
And it works out fine.
Yeah, listen to follow your intuition. Be yourself, no matter what. Unless you're a jerk, don't be a jerk. But like, be unapologetically you.
Yeah, I do think that's part of our draw with us in the bookstore is we've always kind of had that attitude. And I mean, we've both been these people our whole lives. And I mean, we're kind of, yes, unapologetic about it. And I know some people really don't appreciate
Rubs
that
them the
about
wrong
us.
way. That's what I love about you guys. So
I mean, yeah, me too. I like if you don't like us, you're not our people. I guess that would be like find your people. Find your people. Don't cater to people who are not your people.
Yeah, and don't sit with the people that aren't your people.
No.
Find your own.
That's so cliche. Find your little tribe.
Yeah.
But do it. Like
You'll be so much happier.
you will.
if you do.
Don't try to fit in with the people you think you want to fit in with.
Yeah.
I feel like when you are like yourself, people find you, you know?
Yeah.
So
good advice.
I know. I don't know. I don't know if we're advice giving, you know, people. I don't know if you should take advice
We
from
give
us.
advice all the time.
We do. We have a lot of people in the bookstore.
Do
that
they listen to us?
Literally,
Sometimes. But
they just come in to be like, they'll plop down in the chair and be like, this happened.
yeah,
And
it's not just a bookstore anymore.
Yeah,
it's a
you
little
can't
therapy
escape it.
stop shop. And we're like, oh my gosh, how's it going with so-and-so? And
we know a lot of people's life stories at this point, and they know ours. I had a little breakdown in the bookstore the other day over my child being an idiot at school. And there were a couple of our customers in there, and I was like, well, now I've seen you have a flip out, and you've seen me have a flip out.
It's more than
like
a
it's real.
bookstore. It's a community space. And
Yeah.
if
It
you need
is.
therapy,
Come talk to us.
Is it
We will
like,
therapy
you know,
but buy books when you come talk to them.
yeah,
Yes.
like I have a book for that moment in your life.
We probably
I always
can
have a
find you.
book.
Yeah, there's always a book recommendation.
That's what I like about you guys too, is you do always have book recommendations.
We do.
I think I tagged you in someone's post the other day. They were like, I'm looking for books for Women's History Month. And I was like, oh, I know the girls.
Yes, we currently have a Women's History Month table and a Feminine Rage table.
Yeah, we have a weekly like theme table, and so for the whole month of March, we're doing all
theme tables.
chick stuff.
I love that.
All the girl stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I have one last thing to say that I love that you guys accidentally coordinate now. You're like basically the same
It's
person.
not now. It's been we've accidentally coordinated for years.
Hetty Eddie says
Our brains are on Bluetooth.
Yes. I
the
saw your
time.
video, I think from yesterday. You were both wearing checker print. And
Not
I was like,
planned.
you didn't plan that.
No,
That is so funny.
no. It's either and then Saturday, like I had on cheetah, you had on cheetah,
Allie
the
had on-
author that came had on cheetah. It's I don't know. It's just
we do it all the time.
it's the worst when we walk in the exact same, and we're like,
That
oh my
happens
God.
sometimes.
You guys need to film that TikTok that's like, when they walk in the
We
room.
did.
We did.
We made it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we showed up in the same shirt and both wearing.
You had a plaid skirt on, and I had plaid pants. It
Yeah.
was like Christmas time.
That is so funny. I'm going to have to go back and look
Yeah,
at
it's on there.
Yeah, the worst is when we're in the bookstore together, and usually it's when people are checking out and they're leaving, and we both say like, bye, have a nice day. And like one of us will try to inflect different.
Yeah.
But then we're both
or
like,
I'm like, all right, I'll go.
You go
see you
hi.
later, and you're gonna go hi, but then it's still just the same thing
and we
comes
say
out.
the exact same. And when people are talking to both of us, a lot of the time, it's because we're together so much. We have picked up each other's like mannerisms and like verbiage we use when talking. So it just
I can tell
out
that just
the
from watching
same.
the podcast too. I think it is so
You
funny.
might as well just be one of us sitting there doing a podcast.
I know.
because
We say that all the time. Like, talk to one of us. You're basically talking to both of us. If you
yeah,
talk to
we
one
were
of us.
giving a girl that comes into the bookstore. She is our friend now from the bookstore, which we have a lot of those and we love.
We do.
But we were texting her separately because we were both at home.
like in a group message.
Yeah, in a group, but like I'm texting, she's texting. She said something, and then we both said the same thing, and then we both sent the same like three laughy emojis at ourselves, and then we were like, "All right, we're done."
Yeah,
so
bye.
funny.
We can't be in this chat anymore. Yeah,
You like slapped wigs on and like did something with your makeup. You could switch households and your family probably never know.
Probably. I don't know.
like your kids are terrible about calling me their other mother.
They are. They do.
And I don't know. We joke with Ramsey that like I'm wife number 2, just because we're with.
He walks out the bookstore and he's like, "Love you guys."
It's so funny.
Like, okay, love you.
Yeah, we're just so connected at this point. Like,
Yeah.
So if you haven't stopped in and seen these girls yet, make sure you do. You guys are open. Tell me your hours, please.
Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and then Saturday, 10 to 2. Unless it's like, first Friday or we have an event on like a Saturday. But those are typical weekly hours.
And they've got a Facebook page too. So thank you
Yes.
guys so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. And this has been another episode of Girl Power.
This episode of Girl Power is brought to you by Covell Flowers, Espresso, Bakery, and Gifts, Kim Breeden and the crew at Shelter Insurance, June and Beyond Women's Boutique, and Tees Custom Apparel. Thank you for being a proud sponsor of Girl Power.